Hello back, everyone, and welcome to another edition of my podcast. I'm Nyerere, Jase. I wrote some good books, and I want to tell you guys a little bit more about it. This is Gangsta Jake the Result of a Snitch. We already know what we're reading. By now, some of y'all didn't call on, but some of y'all haven't. Those that haven't, we're going to give you guys a little bit more time to catch up. But catch up to the trilogy, because that's what we're definitely doing. This is part one of the Gangsta Jake series. Part two of the Gangsta Jake series. Part three of the Gangsta Jake series. We're going to read through all of them. Before this is over with, we're reading through all these books because we're working on a TV series. Your support equal my success, which we all win. TV series right there. I got to get this TV series up. We know it's going to take some mucho dineros to make it crack. And each book sold at a time, each project that I'm on is going to be one more step toward that goal. And I appreciate any contribution you guys can help toward that goal. So when you guys get a chance, by all means, press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And by all means, share the information. Let people know what I'm trying to do, my mission. I'm your homie. I'm up out of LA. I've been a whole lot of different places. I've been to Denver, Colorado. I've been to Tennessee. I've been to Kansas City. I represent all states. I represent black folks around the world. I represent good people, period, in general. So, by all means necessary, work with me. I'll work with you. If you guys got something to go on your platform, drop it. Let me know what you guys doing, because I'm all about sharing what I do, and I'm all about people sharing their success as well. So, by all means necessary, you guys got something going on. You got a podcast. You got a product you're selling. Drop it. You got a book that you're trying to promote. Drop it up in the comments. Let us know about it. Drop your link up in there so we can all get a bar of your greatness, because it takes a village to raise a family. So that's what I'm on. Raising a family with the village that we have. Boom. Let's do it. Without further ado, man, we gonna move this thing right along. We're on chapter 6 of the Gangsta Jake series. Chapter 6. Remember, this book is going to be it's going to be on a TV. It's going to be on production. It's going to be acted out. So as I read these chapters, think about these actors. And if you guys could actually play some of these roles, if you think you can act, we're definitely doing some casting calls too. So hit me up. Let me know that you can act. Send me some headshots. And let's start doing some auditions. I got some auditions coming up, so be in the lineup for the auditions and come out there and let me see what you're working with. Do a little acting and let's go. Let's get it cracking. But anyway, chapter 6 is called Serving the Law. Serving the Law is chapter 6. And let's get to it. 2 months following Gangsta Jake release from the big house, he received a letter from his partner, young lad, back at San Quentin. Gangsta Jake, what's poppin', my nigga? Good luckin' on the $1,000 money order and the flicks of the females. I can see by the flicks that you are out there having the time of your life. The female you plugged me and Dre up with, are supposed to slide up here this weekend. I need to get at them. Let me pause for 1 second, because you know what? As I mentioned, this is unscripted. It's a little hot up in here. I need you to get at Mom's with some of that Al Green, so me and the homies will be okay for the weekend. Yeah, homeboy, ain't nothing changed on this end. Tell your girl Michelle I said what's up. I already know she's out there draining you out your wee-wee. I ain't mad at you, cuz. I wish I could be out there getting milked out of mine. I sure hate I fucked my life off over some bullshit. I didn't even have to kill them security guards, homie. If I could do it all over again, I would have not taken that route. I guess it ain't no use in crying over spilled milk. You just make sure to keep your wild ass out of here. My little sister told me how you carried ghosts at the park when you first got out. She said the homegirls were on you like they wanted to eat you alive. I told you they would be on you like a cheap suit. Well, dog, let me get back to doing this time. I just wanted to touch bases with you. All the homies send their love. Oh, yeah. The courts set another execution date for Crazy Mike. I'm doing everything I can to avoid it. He's tired because he act like he ain't tripping either way. He told me that he's worn out with doing time and dealing with the court system. I'm working with him, so he'll be all right, Lo. Yeah, homie. I'm not gonna weigh you down with this jailhouse matters. Enjoy your freedom out there, and let me deal with this bullshit on this end. Much love, young lad. Who wrote you, baby? Young lad sent me a letter to let me know what's going on in the pen. I'm so glad you're out, baby. Well, I am glad. I am too. But I sure hate that my folks are still caught up, though. Especially behind all these fucking snitches. Cowards out here having a ball while my partners are rotting up in a 6x9 cell. Where's that list, baby? I had you get one when I was locked up from your job. What list? You know, the name and addresses I had you put up on your computer some years back. Oh, those names and addresses. I left them back at my apartment in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn? Yeah, baby, I didn't know you wanted me to bring the list. Gangsta Jake was referring to the list of confidential informants who testified against him and his partners throughout the prison system. Years ago, he instructed Michelle to dig up from her job a list of names and addresses of every prosecuting witness he requested. Killing informants had not been something he came up with overnight. He planned long and careful about knocking off all the snitches he could come up with, provided he was released from prison. Based on the fact that Gangsta Jake had not yet possessed the list, Little Papa, Tara, and their housekeeper, in essence, had severe buzzard luck. His plan originally consisted of waiting a couple of months after his release to take down one of his victims. However, since he was officially ahead of schedule, he was ready to continue committing what he felt was justifiable homicide. Damn, baby, I got to have that list. Calm down, Rohan. I'll just have Robin send it to me. He did not like that idea. Nah. For real, I'm not feeling Robin. Robin is cool. I've been knowing her forever. She's too scared to tell anything about your business. I guarantee you, she would keep her mouth closed. She better keep her trap shut, Gangsta Jake thought in the corner of his mind. I knew where her and her parents rest their heads. Instead of him allowing Robin to forward the list, he felt the need to pay her a visit. He was aware of Robin and her people's address from corresponding over the years, but he wanted to get a visual on their location, just in case he needed to catch up with them in a hurry. Brooklyn, New York, just in case he needed to catch up with them in a hurry. He was not taking no for an answer. He and Michelle would be headed to Brooklyn, New York in order to obtain the list and pay Robin a surprise visit. So, how do you want to travel, Michelle? Plane, train, automobile? Let's fly. I want to hurry up and get back so we can move into a place of our own. I'm tired of living in hotels. Even if we have to stay on the east side for a while, we need somewhere we can call home, right? Michelle was ready to kick back, man. She was tired of living in motels, man. You know how it is. Motherfucker got to get out them streets, man. I'm not mad at you. Whatever you want is okay with me. But first and foremost, I have to get my hands on that list of informants. Okay, honey, let me call Robin so she can be expecting us. No, we'll just surprise her. She don't need to know we're headed her way. Why not? Look, Michelle, just do what I say and go along with the program, will you? You're the man. Whatever you say is law with me. Call and make reservations for us. Make it for this weekend. That way, we can have 2 days to handle a few things on this end. I need to get with Horsehead in order to send the young lad and a few of the homies a package. Gangsta Jake pulled up to the weed house, bounced out of his Lexus, and walked up to a black bar gate. A Jamaican with long dreadlocks saw him coming. He was approaching the house pretty fast. What you want, boy? the dark-skinned, sleepy-eyed Jamaican asked in a deep Jamaican accent. How much for a couple of sacks of that sticky green, rude boy? Brother, we no sell ounces. We no sell ounces, nothing but 20s. Man, you can sell me what you want to sell me. What's wrong with your boy? The Jamaican turned and asked his partner, Fred, who was behind the door with him. He acted like he had no understanding of English. This boy a snitch or what? Me don't know, but he act like one, the other Jamaican responded with a slight chuckle, high as a skyscraper from the blunt he just smoked. Snitch? What the fuck did you say? You got me twisted. Bomb clock motherfucker. Yeah, I can speak that shit too. Trick, you must be trying to get this motherfucker shack shot up. Gangsta Jake words were enough to alert everyone within the entire house. The first Jamaican he spoke to told a second one to wake up and also tell his brother, who was laid out with a female on a beat-up couch. Go for the guns and wake up Paul. This blood clot act like he wants problem. Fuck you. Open up the door. If you want some drama, I'll run you clowns back to Jamaica. You suckers are making all this money in my neighborhood and have the nerve to be acting all arrogant and shit. Gangsta Jake shouted into the bar gate, seconds away from pulling out the heat from underneath his shirt. As he continued on with his heated conversation, an unmarked LAPD car unit drove up. The two officers were 30 minutes into their shift and looking for a little drama with some gang members. Seeing Gangsta Jake in an argument at the local weed house was right up their alley, no one summons them. They frequently drove past the weed house on 53rd and San Pedro looking for a bus. Law enforcement constantly patrolled the block as a result of the many arrests conducted throughout the years, shootings, robbery, and disputes among rival gang members purchasing marijuana, even crackheads hanging out at the dope house up the streets had the block hot as a firecracker. Crash. Regular LAPD homicide detectives and parole agents made their rounds throughout 53rd and San Pedro day and night. Gangsta Jake turned around to check out his surroundings, and to his surprise, the police were present. I see we got one at the pot house. Officer Crawford told her partner, who was looking through the rearview mirror. The LAPD stayed on their toes while making their rounds through the gang and drug-infested neighborhood. He looks fresh out the pen. Why don't we see what's going on with him? She continued. Okay, but first, watch out for this Escalade that's pulling up on the rear of us. Okay, Officer Arsenaga advised his partner of 3 years as he continued to ease his foot off the brake pedal. Man, that just brings me back memories right there, man, talking about these LAPD right here. These some real crash officers from back in the days. Officer Crawford, I heard she dead now. I ain't gonna say rest in peace, rest in grief. But because she gave us some hard time. That bitch used to be around the east side, stirring it up with us and the homies, you know, me and the rest of the homies. And Officer Arsenaga, he's another crash officer. Dirty motherfuckers, penning cases on motherfuckers, really crossing motherfuckers up. That's why it was easy for me to transition this story, because a lot of this story, some of it was real. I ain't gonna say a lot of it was real, but some of it was real. I was able to keep the gears turning with this story by putting a lot of real stuff up in there, just to keep the gears rolling, if you will. But okay. But first, okay, watch out for the Escalade. We went for that, right? Crawford likely leaned across him for the purpose of yelling out at his partner, at the partner's driver's side. Come back later. No dope is being sold right now. She screamed past her partner, gaining the undivided attention of the two females inside the Escalade. The hippie-looking sergeant had a habit of saying sarcastic things out of her mouth. Her blue eyes, blonde, shoulder-length hair, and narrow face was a constant reminder of the 60s. Crawford was as racist as they came. As they came. Excuse me. She and her partner could not stand gang members, especially ones from the fire trades, who had a reputation of shooting it out with their department. She was actually part of the conspiracy that helped put Gangster Jake away for the 25-year vacation, but neither he nor her were aware of that fact. Once the Escalade drove past the two officers, their attention turned back to Gangster Jake. However, by then, it was too late. He had the drop on them. His regard for crafts were the same as it was towards snitches. Gangster Jake was one gangbanger who did not believe, who was one gangbanger who did not like the police and was not into dropping his pistol and running for cover. Before the law was able to refocus its attention on him, he let off 4 rounds directly at them, one into the passenger side door and the other 3 into Crawford's shoulder and vest. She and her partner retreated by ducking low and grabbing their guns. "Shit, I'm hit," Crawford screamed out in panic. Michelle, sitting in the passenger seat of her man's Lexus, observed the shooting and drove off to perhaps pick him up on the next block over. The Jamaicans inside the house dove to the floor until the shooting stopped. As they were about to hop up from the floor, Gangster Jake let off his final rounds into the officer's car. He did so to prevent the officers from looking up and gaining a better description of him. In the same motion, he hopped over a nearby fence and ran through the residential area. After checking his body for bullet holes, Arsenaga snatched a walkie-talkie from his belt and called for backup. "Help! Help! Officer need assistance. This is an emergency. My partner has been shot. Her condition unknown. The suspect is a black male, approximately 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds. Last seen running eastbound toward Town Avenue. He's wearing a blue shirt and dark blue jeans." 10-4, what is your 1020, sir? I'm located on westbound corner of 53rd and San Pedro Boulevard. Okay, sir. A patrol car is within 2 minutes of your location. Also, an ambulance and an air unit has been dispatched. Help is en route. Please try to remain calm. "Where are you, boy?" Michelle asked herself as she circled the block, looking to aid her man. Gangster Jake was very familiar with the area where he took off running. Not much about his neighborhood had changed since his departure in '92. The same old houses stood that had been there for the past 80 years. He noticed a screen door open on a 1-story house and slid inside as quickly as he could. Within 3 minutes, a helicopter hovered overhead and at least 15 or so LAPD units set up a perimeter around the immediate area. Due to the severity of the call, officers poured into the rundown neighborhood from all directions. Realizing he was in the clear for the moment, Gangster Jake leaned over a kitchen sink, gasping for air, breathless due to his sudden sprint. He had no idea who residence he was in. He planned on staying there for a while. By the aroma of soul food lingering in the air, he figured that black folks lived in the house. Miss Avery was in the process of cooking Sunday dinner when Gangster Jake entered her home. Moments after she advanced to answer her front door, he ran inside the back door where her kitchen was located. 2 Jehovah's Witnesses occupied her presence with pamphlets they held up to their bosom. The helicopter proximity caused Miss Avery and the 2 Jehovah's Witnesses to look toward the cloudy sky. Miss Avery heard the shots go off right after Gangster Jake fired at the officers, but she did not pay them much attention. Shots fired in South Central Los Angeles were as common as hearing an airplane fly by overhead. The white officers running from the next door neighbor holding a pump shotgun made her realize the incident was too close for comfort. "Go inside your house now," the officers nervously shouted, conscious of the suspect's intention. By now, Gangster Jake had made his way through Miss Avery's house and crawled inside her attic. It had been nearly 20 minutes since Michelle had seen or heard from him. His absence caused her to become a nervous wreck. Panic ran throughout her body for fear of what the police would do if they were to catch him red bang. She knew how the LAPD got down, which led her to firmly believe death on the spot would be the officer's only option. Kill now and ask questions later was the LAPD Newton Street Division's motto. Shooting fellow officers was dead serious business in their book. Michelle witnessed the look in the officer's face as they exited their vehicles with their guns drawn, and she did not like what she saw. Boy, Gangster Jake done got her in some shit. Well, got herself in some shit, because she in the cut. She out the way. They don't even know she there. What the fuck is going on with her? But it's just like, God damn. This reminds me of a true story back in the days. One of the homies done a little busting at the police back in the days. And one of them got shot in the side of the ear. I'm not even going to mention no names. You know what it is. Shot the police in the side of the ears. And, it was a little foot chase. But I thought about that particular shooting when Tiggs got, I think the police Tiggs got shot. And it made me write this story. Remember I talked about keeping the gears turning? That was kind of one of the stories that kept my gears turning when the homies busted the crash. Because they had some other homies held up on the block right there. So one of the homies got the buses. This is way back in the day. This way back shit we talking about. But anyway, ring, ring. Michelle's phone sounded off. Hello, baby, it's me. Boy, where in the hell are you? I'm in some old lady attic. She lives maybe 6 or 7 houses down from the weed spot. What does it look like out there? The police are everywhere. Did not even think about coming out. They took the police lady in an ambulance. I don't know where she was shot at, but she was definitely bleeding a lot. Gangster Jake cracked a smile at the news. Gangster Jake cracked a smile at the news, basically. Did it seem like she was going to make it? I'm not sure. She was conscious in spite of her bleeding. She didn't look like it was all that bad. Damn. I was gunning for that whole head. Baby, I had to get your ass out of here. But I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that. A few more police officers are putting up as we speak, Rohan. Where did you get this phone from? I grabbed the quarters from the kitchen counter of whoever house I was in. I'm about to get off this phone before the LAPD pick up my location. You know how these wireless phones are. I'm riding it out. I'm not moving until they move. Brandon, have you seen Big Mama's phone? Miss Avery asked while batting her one good eye. No, Big Mama, I haven't. Baby, it got to be around here somewhere. Find it for your grandma, will you? Okay, Big Mama. But first, I want to go outside and see what the pigs are doing. Boy, what the hell do you mean, pigs? Them police ain't no damn pigs. Where did you learn all this damn foolishness from? Carry your ass in that front room and find me that damn phone before I slap the taste out your mouth, the 90-year-old woman said to her 13-year-old great-grandson. Yes, Grandma, young Brandon replied as he bowed his head and poked out his lips at her remarks. Y'all excuse my simple-minded grandson, Miss Avery informed the two Jehovah's Witnesses, who were unknowingly in the midst of a killer. Nigga up in the attic, they don't even know. Gangster Jake's mind squirreled on whether or not he should come down and make himself comfortable or remain hidden until the police left. Doing so would be a lot of work, he reasoned with himself. Everyone would have to be tied up, possibly killed. I'm already out of bullets. The police may do a house-to-house search. It might slip up and find me. It might slip up and not find me in the attic. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I'll be cool. Was his final decision. His mind was made up that staying put would be his best option. He was not into harming people whom he considered innocent bystanders, unless they jeopardized his freedom. Of course, he gained his presence from seeing. He gained his pleasure from seeing snitches or police whom he considered paid snitches lying in puddles of blood. A few hours went by, and he could still hear the chopper circling the overhead area. He dozed off a couple of times within that period. Miss Avery and her two guests waited patiently for the officers to allow them to leave. Young Avery was ordered to his room for not finding the cordless phone, which no one could not find either. She figured he was hiding it from her, and she would deal with him later. Gangsta Jay called Michelle again to see what the current situation was. Ring, ring, baby, it's me again. Where are you? What's going on out there? I'm still here, standing in the crowd. You know I'm not leaving here without you. That's my girl. Make sure to be there when Daddy come out. Baby, the police want your ass bad. They have a canine dog and the whole 9 yards. People cannot even go down the street unless they live on it. They ain't doing nothing but searching every yard and every car they come across. They'll eventually get tired of searching for a ghost and break down their perimeter. A few more hours and I'll be okay. Take my word, baby. Gangsta Jake words were correct, as stated. 7 hours after the shooting occurred, the police grew hopeless and abandoned their search efforts. Michelle gave him the green light that the coast was clear. He climbed down from the attic and as smoothly as he did when he went up in there. Before Miss Avery could get off her toilet, he creeped through her house and out the same door he entered. Michelle was so relieved to see him surface, a giant smile appeared on his face. Boy, that nigga slippery as a motherfucker, boy. Where the fuck he learned that shit from? This nigga done shot the police, waited them out for some hours, and next thing you know, sliding off with this motherfucking girl. This got to be a motherfucking book art. A film would be good. A TV series would be good. What y'all think about that? Y'all think this would be a good TV series? Let me know in your comments down below. Let me know what the hell you think about a TV series. Let me know if you think that this guy right here that I'm describing could ever become a national hero. In fact, it happens if you keep up with the story all the way through. Oh yeah, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. For those that don't know, I'm going to be giving up some snippets up through here as I go along about the future of the story, because guess what? It's all about the future. It's all about the series. It's all about the series that's going down in the future. So guess what? I got to catch up to the future. Although I'm going to be reading these as the time go on. I'm going to give you a bar of this one, a bar of that one, all the way through. I'm going to give it to you. That's my promise. Even if I decide, or even if the Lord bless me with a budget for this project tomorrow, $1 million budget, $5 million budget, whatever. Guess what? I'm going to continue to read these books to y'all. So you guys, as a contribution, as a exchange, continue to support me, or better yet, support me now. And we just do it all the way through. But at any rate, this is going to be a hell of a series. I want you guys involved. I want your participation. I need you guys, each one teach one. It takes a family to raise a village. And without your support, it may not happen. But guess what? It will. Because at any rate, no matter what, it's going to happen. That's got to be the attitude of everything. Everything you do in life, you got to know that you're going to do it. Once you put it in your mind, just run with it and keep going. And just keep going until it happens, because eventually it's going to happen. If you stay down, if you remain vigilant, if you remain steadfast to your process, I guarantee you that's how it goes. Because listen, I mean, I ain't put a TV series together, but guess what? I put a book together. A guy from the street that was able to put a whole book together, sit down and write a book, and not only write it, type all the pages, and then not only that, put the art, produce it, and get it all good. Man, Ooh, I'm getting tired just thinking about this shit. I am getting tired just thinking about it. But it takes all that. And guess what? Not only did I do it once, man, I've done it twice. I've done it a third time. And God blessed me to be able to do it a fourth time so that you guys can read this material. Originally, I was planning on writing one book. I wasn't planning on doing more. Y'all pressed me to do the second one. And now that I continue, it made this dude a national hero. Gangsta Jake is going to become a hero before you know it. Guarantee that. The script is already wrote. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Gangsta Jake is going to be a national hero before this story is over with. In spite of all the killings and all the stuff he done. Because guess what? There was a message to the madness. I got to speak your language so you can understand. And people like the drama of this shit. They like the before. And everybody like a comeback story. I know I do. Hope you do. Anyway, let me get to the end of the story so we can get on to the next. Get down. Drive, girl, he instructed her as he hopped inside the car and ducked down out of view. Once he reached the Harbor Freeway, he set up and became a normal passenger. Fuck waiting 2 days to go to Brooklyn. We leaving in the morning. Damn, Rasta motherfuckers like to got me caught the fuck up. I'll have one of the homies send a young lad that weed he wanted. I'm ready to get my motherfucking hands on that list and start getting to these snitches. Yeah, baby, I'm ready to lay this thing down for the night. I'm tired as hell. Put up to the room. That's the end of part. Or chapter 6, which was called Serving the Law. So far we read 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But guess what? We're going in the other direction. We're going to read this thing all the way through. And as we do, guess what? I want more people involved. I want you guys to tell your people, tell your family, share the page. Come on, man. I'm here. I'm in the city. I'm doing this damn thing. And I'm going to be in your city too. As time go on, that's my goal, to hit every state in the United States and beyond. Because guess what? This is a tour. We started the tour off in LA book tour. Shout out to my homeboy Murdoch. Shout out to my homeboy, which is my little brother, Lil Man, for being a part of the book tour. We've done a good job. A lot of people came out and supported. And we're going to the next chapter. So by all means necessary, you guys get a chance. Man, get aboard this Gangsta Jake TV series, man. But before the TV series drop, get a bar of these books. Only cost you a dub. Who all know what a dub is? Hot dub, $20. $20. Get this one. Get the second one. And by all means, get the third one. Your support equal my success. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with the great notion of saying peace to you, everybody else, and get with the program. Get some of these books, man. Hey, I'm out of here.